I'm not sure if anybody gets the reference to Groundhog Day. Let me know in the chat or the comment section if you do. This is the Ravens' sixth possession. I feel like I'm watching the fourth possession over again. I feel like I'm watching three possessions from the 2021 season. I can't remember exactly who they were against, where we gash people 10, 12, 14 play drives, running the ball 4, 5, 6 times, and then we get inside the 7, inside the 5, and for whatever reason we think it's not an option. If you're one of those people who thinks, well, you shouldn't run the ball from the 8-yard line, you shouldn't run the ball from the 5, well, we ran the ball from the 30 on the first possession and we scored. Maybe it was the second possession to Kenyon Drake. We ran for 21 on this drive. We ran for 30 on the fourth drive. Lamar is going to keep for 10 or 11 on this drive. There's no reason why we couldn't run the ball in no matter where we were. My contention is that we are losing focus of who we are when we get down into the red zone because we're calling the game differently from the 10 or the 12 when we're beating people up physically from the negative 25 to the positive 12. And I think our O-line absolutely dominated this Giants front. If you have a different opinion, let me know. We blocked up everyone. This is a huge running lane on this power play. Lamar, again, opens to this side, and the running back winds it back. Watch what's created here. You got a great job by Ronnie Stanley working up to the second level. I think that's Ricard on the kick-out block, Zeitler pulling. So we've done a great job of scheming that open and then having the secondary option for Lamar to keep it, which is what is making this play work. Lamar is what is making this concept work because he threatens people to this side, and then the running back is going to the opposite side. But look at what Kenyon Drake has. He has a two-way go. You do have a converging corner, and this linebacker, number 48, who's an underrated guy, he's peeling off of Ronnie Stanley's block, ends up being a 21-yard gain on first down. Watch the end zone angle. Look at how big this gap is. Ronnie is ready to go, okay? We are good to go at left tackle. Works up to the linebacker. Watch his body posture. He makes sure to orient his body, use the inside shoulder, so there's no way for this guy to climb over the top. There's simultaneously, if he tries to go underneath, there's this nice wall there with him, Powers, and Linderbaum. He's given that linebacker no option. Great job by Oliver, Zeitler, Ricard, 21 yards on 1st and 10 on our sixth possession. We are rolling. I think it's 10-7. The defense has done its job. We just stopped the Giants on the first play of the third quarter, first drive of the third quarter. We had stopped them one other time, late second quarter. I got a lot of things to say about this play. Some of them micro, some of them macro. We're in our draw formation under center. We've been running draw a ton out of this formation. Now, Andrews is a little bit wider, so we're less likely to run the draw with him wider there. But what I like is we fake the little smoke screen or the hitch down here to the bottom side. Watch Lamar. It's not a great fake, don't get me wrong, but we at least fake it, which is part of the progression. And then the second part is we fake the draw to Drake, and that draw's been a big play. We hit the Patriots with that some, and then we chewed up the Bills with it. I think we had 3 draw plays for like 39 yards, something like that, maybe 41. And then we come back to Andrews against man coverage. Now, there's a lot to say about this, and it's possible that some of it is not going to be great in terms of Ravens fans and how we look at things. Like this is not a sight adjust route. This is a choice for Mark Andrews. He knows he's got inside leverage man once he takes off. So instead of bringing this route back across here, he understands that they've got inside leverage. He's just going to sit it down between the top of the numbers and the hash. Lamar gets the ball to him. It's a great throw by Lamar. Okay, good. There's nothing wrong with that. Except, and this is one of the things, this is one of the elements. It's not the only explaining element. So many times in the past, you'll hear people say, like, the Ravens run routes into each other. Well, Mark Andrews is adjusting his route and bringing it back into a possible window for Duvernay. You can also see that Duvernay's got a significant amount of separation. Now, when you get the end zone angle, you will say, Duve's not open, coach, when Mark does finally catch the ball. No, Duve's open. He's more open than Mark Andrews is. Am I saying that Lamar needs to throw the ball to Duve here? Well, he's available. All right, let's start there. Number one. Number two, the reliance on the choice routes by Mark Andrews is counterproductive. Yeah, it is. It's not selfish by Mark Andrews. It's not what I mean. It's not selfish by Lamar to throw the ball to him. That's not what I mean. The over-reliance on Mark Andrews, particularly early in games, then when they take him away in the fourth quarter, at certain key moments, we're not calling plays that give Lamar if-then statements. He has an if-then statement here to Mark Andrews. If the DB plays topside and Andrews runs this, then we throw the ball to Andrews. That's if-then, right? If the DB plays inside and Mark keeps his route back here between the top of the numbers and the hash, then we throw it to Mark there. That is an if-then statement, but it's not a conceptual read. And in my opinion, yes, we should use the read routes by Mark Andrews, the sight adjustments, if you want to call them that, whatever you want to call them, the choice routes. We should use them. We should not be using them on a 1st and 10 from midfield when we're gashing them with the run. Run a play action concept. Run something to get one of your receivers open in terms of a concept. Run the tight end vertical and run Duve underneath of it. It's man free. Duve's got this. Now, Duve doesn't look open here, and if you're a reactionary person, which a lot of football fans are, and it's understandably so, like we're pissed off, we're frustrated. If the ball is, Duve sees that the ball's thrown to Andrews, okay? If the ball is thrown to Duve, he's going to come back to the football. Like, he's open, and you saw the separation from the all-22. Let me know if you got a problem with that. Overall, the choice routes to Andrews are clearly effective. We clearly do need to use them at times. I think we're handcuffing Lamar because we're not asking him to make conceptual reads. Conceptual meaning smash. Conceptual meaning mesh. Conceptual meaning double slants. High-low concepts, which we specialize in. When people play man, we just depend on the sight adjustment, the choice route, whatever you want to call it, to Mark Andrews. And I think that there is a law of diminishing returns on that eventually. Let me know what you think of that idea. It's huge, obviously a huge play, right? Big game. All right, so this next one, 1st and 10 from the Giants 34. And we get another one to Andrews. This is an amazing throw by Lamar. Look, Kayvon Thibodeau is a unique player, guys. He's dropping out to the flats. I love how he does this. He turns his helmet and looks. Now, he doesn't get a real deep pass drop here, okay? And that's why the ball is, thrown over top of him. But he's a unique player. I root for guys like this, man, that were kind of denigrated during the draft process. You've got, to me, what looks like just, double tight end seam routes. We ran this against Kansas City last year at home. It was incomplete to Josh Oliver. Lamar's just reading the free safety. When you get the end zone angle, I think he looks to the left initially to try to hold that safety. So when I say that safety, I mean this guy. You can see Lamar's helmet looking this way at first. All he's doing is trying to hold that safety, prevent that safety from folding over the top and getting to Mark Andrews early. It's a great throw. It is. Don't get me wrong. At least there's a read here, all right? Meaning there's a read for this safety. If he sits in the middle of the field, throw it to the guy you trust. And look at the, clearly Mark Andrews is the man, right? Look where he is running his route. He's on the 25 already. Josh Oliver's foot is on the 26. So he's further upfield, creating more separation between himself and the second-level defenders in terms of depth this way. He's also got pretty good separation from the middle of the field dropper here in terms of horizontal separation, and Lamar drops it in there. Great throw. Am I saying, Lamar, stop throwing to Mark Andrews? Well, yeah. I think we've got to get to more conceptual reads for Lamar, similar to this one, okay, as opposed to the read routes that Mark Andrews runs that kind of sometimes can get in the way of other routes, other complementary routes that we're open to. All right, so to recap so far, we have 21-yard run by Kenyon Drake. We have Lamar for 14 against man to Mark Andrews, right? The sight adjust route, the read route, whatever you want to call it. Then we have Andrews for 18, fourth play of the drive, 1st and 10 from the Giants 16. And they are in the absolute worst call for the running back being on our side. Hey, Wink had some terrible calls. Just to be real, this is just so easy. When you get the end zone angle, you'll see what I mean. All we're doing is leaving the end man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and everybody else we're just taking down. So what that means is we're blocking them down to the inside. So we're just sealing them off. Isolating this, I think it's a DB, maybe it's a linebacker, isolating him, reading him, and he can't be right. Look at everybody here, creating a wall, trying to get movement this way. Lamar keeps it. What will be wrong with calling something like this on the next play? I thought this was an 8-yard gain at first in my charting. I was off. It was an 11-yard gain. Look at what Ronnie Stanley is capable of, guys. This is just unique. We haven't had anything like this, since, early last year, and he wasn't healthy then. He's blocking Jihad Ward, the backside D end. Then he sees the pursuing linebacker. He understands Jihad Ward can't make the play. I've already sealed him off. Let me dive and chip this guy as well. Man, Ronnie Stanley is the man. For his health and his financial well-being, I hope he stays healthy. But for our team, we need him, and we need him bad. Like to be there every snap. We are a much better team with him on the field. This is a great call. We almost take this to the house from the 16. So for those people that are like, you don't run from the 8, you don't run from the 7. We just ran from the 16 and got 11. What's wrong with you? We do whatever works to score. And it ain't working. What we're doing right now is not working in terms of scoring in the red zone. Ricard has taken Kayvon Thibodeau down. Sorry about that. Ricard has taken Kayvon Thibodeau down. Lamar reads the guy, keeps it, goes off tackle. He thinks he could have scored there. That's why Lamar's a little pissed off. So we get 2nd and 5 from the second and 5, I believe, from the 5.5. I think we actually could have got to like the 1 and got the first down. So we got 2 plays here. All right, we got 2 plays. And we go to Andrews over the middle. This could very easily be caught by Andrews. This could very easily be, my bad. I think the plays are out of order here. Hold on. All right, so my plays are out of order. I'm going to skip forward here. Hopefully I actually do have the Andrews play. All right, I believe this is the 2nd and 5. My apologies, guys. And Andrews is on the right-hand side. We're in the pistol. So at least there is going to be a little bit of a play action fake. It's not much of one. Andrews running the classic over route. Something's wrong here. Like, first of all, would you like Mark to catch the ball? Sure. The ball just got tipped by 24. It should have been intercepted. Like, let's just be real. Lamar is throwing the ball here, and he just, I guess, doesn't see. Is that Belton, the guy who used to be a baseball player? You'll get the end zone angle, I think, here. Clearly, that ball, has a greater chance of being intercepted than it does of getting through him untouched. And then Andrews, because it's deflected, it goes off his helmet and then nearly gets intercepted again. We were very fortunate that it did not. I'm going to have to skip around here a little bit. All right, so this is the play. Andrews going to run here. And then 24, this guy, the safety hybrid linebacker that they play in the box some, is going to be in the window for Andrews. Does a great job. He collisions Robinson. He's got an under route. I think that's Ricard, maybe. And then, it bounces off of Andrews' face. And if you want to be harsh towards Andrews, you say, well, you got to catch that ball. Well, if you've ever tried to catch a ball that's been deflected 12, 15 feet in front of you, whatever that is, maybe it's 20 feet, it is not easy to do. We used to try to practice it with DBs and such. We would put them next to a wall, and we would throw old balls, scuffed up balls, and we would make it skip off the wall, and it was not easy. I tried it. It was horrible. Got hit in the face, just like that. Ball should not be thrown there. Wherever it should be thrown, I'm not sure, but I just don't like the play call, period. I'm not going to sit here and belabor the point about Lamar throwing the ball directly to a defender and then Andrews dropping it. There's fault there to be assigned for Lamar and Andrews, whatever. I don't care. Point is, we're gashing them with a run. We had 2 runs on this drive. One of them was Drake for 21. The other one was Lamar for 11. On the previous drive, which was late second quarter, we didn't run the ball at all. Excuse me, we did. We ran it on 3rd and 7. Kenyon Drake got 6 yards. But we punted on the next play. So I'm talking about the last possession of the second quarter. The drive before that, the field goal that put us up 10-7 with like 2 minutes left in the second quarter. I'm actually looking through my notes here off screen. So if you hear clicks, that's what it is. We had 1 run on that drive, Kenyon Drake for a 30-yard gain. I'm just going in reverse here. The touchdown drive that Kenyon Drake capped with a 30-yard run, Here was our runs on that drive. I'm just going in reverse. Lamar, 14-yard scramble. J.K. Dobbins for 4. J.K. Dobbins for 2. Kenyon Drake, 30-yard touchdown run. When have they stopped the run? Which of those plays is a negative yardage play? We get to 2nd and 5, which I believe this is. Why not run the football? We just ran for 11. I think we just ran for 11. How is this still? This is a 1st and 5. My apologies. I had that wrong earlier. And I think Lamar's fading on this. This is one of the things that a lot of quarterbacks do. I think Lamar does it sometimes too, is if you want to complete this pass to Duve, and we do, you're going to have to take the hit. You're going to get hit, as you throw. And he's fading back. He's fading back because he understands the guy's going to put his arms up. So, yeah, it's not a good throw. It's not. Would we like to see the ball thrown more out in front of Duve? Yes, absolutely, because he's got the guy beat. Kind of reminds me of 2 instances throwing, I think one against the Colts to Marquise Brown last year at home, right to left, pretty much the same route, if you ask me. Lamar was kind of fading and unable to get the ball to the receiver. That's a ball that we would like to complete. If we want to win a Super Bowl, if Lamar wants to make $55, $60 million a year, if we want to be a Super Bowl team, a team that wins multiple Super Bowls with Lamar Jackson, we got to make that throw. Or we got to get in a position where Duve has an opportunity to catch it. Yeah, there's a free runner. Okay, deal with it. Drake appears to have peeled out to the right and not been worried about the A-gap protection. That linebacker, comes free. Lamar, we got to throw the ball better. I don't know if we can sit here and judge and say, hey, you got to take a huge hit to deliver that ball, but it looks like a ball that he's capable of completing to me. We have poor play calling, lack of execution, poor job on pass pro because we've got a free runner, right up the chute. And we got guys to deal with. The center is dealing with the nose. We're dealing with a 3. Looks like we're dealing with an edge defender here. Another D tackle or a walked up inside linebacker that we're dealing with. And Drake is peeling out to the right, not picking up the linebacker. Inconsistency across the board. Poor play calls, poor throw. We could throw the ball better. Poor job of pass pro by Kenyon Drake. That was the 1st down play. This is the 2nd down play. And then here's the 3rd down play. So I kind of messed those up in the order. Andrews actually was the 2nd down play. I think likely gets kind of collisioned here. I think this is a great throw by Lamar. When you get this from the end zone angle, you'll see it. He's got to throw it over this defender. And when you get to end zone angle, I think he does a great job of putting this ball in a position for likely to catch it. I love the matchup. I do. I feel like he's being held. I feel like there's certain guys that are going to get this call. It's a great challenge by this DB Love. Got no issue with it. It's a great challenge. But I still nonetheless feel like there is contact there. That call is made in a lot of situations. Isaiah Likely is absolutely right. That, could have easily been called pass interference. I'd like to see us run these matchups more often. If they don't zone drop this guy, this is an easy touchdown. For real. So give the Giants credit. They zone drop him, and they bring pressure from the other side. Lamar, his instincts are impeccable. He moves out, shifts out to the left. Very easily could have been a touchdown, so I'm not saying that the play calls are awful in some cases because they work to get guys open, but why are we not running the ball? Yeah, I'd like to run QB power here. Yeah, and you know what? I think that's why the Giants are bringing this heat. Because they want to stop Lamar from running the ball. We didn't make them stop it. You guys let me know what you think of some of my thoughts. I know I digressed. I talk about Andrews with the choice routes. I talked about Lamar with the throw to Duve, the near interception by Belton, and then the, quote, drop by Andrews hits him in the face mask. If you've ever tried something like that to catch a ball that's been deflected 12, 15, 18 feet out in front of you, if you've never tried it, go try it. Go try it. Make sure you wear a face mask. Because if you're anything like me or the kids we tried it with, they had to wear a face mask because they get hit in the face too. The ball skips at irregular angles. I think we're just so inconsistent right now across the board. Coaches, players, execution, miscommunication. And having said that, we're right there to beat a 5-1 Giants team on the road with all those inconsistencies. Let me know if you think we can salvage this season. I think we absolutely can. There is no reason why this team can't win 9, 10, 11, 12 football games. None. There's not a game left on this schedule where I wouldn't say the Ravens have the talent and the ability to win if they execute, if they get touchdowns where touchdowns are available. If we weren't running the ball for 9 yards per carry, I wouldn't be so adamant about running the ball in that situation. I would like us to throw more on 1st and 10. But once you recognize that someone is soft against the run, the Giants defense ain't soft. Like if you're a Giants fan and you're still listening at this point, don't take offense to that. You guys have a good team. You got a solid team. You guys are tough, mentally tough. You don't fold when the situation is difficult for you. That's great. But run defense on Sunday against this Ravens team, it was a whitewash. That's 211 yards on the ground. How do you lose that? Well, you lose it when you stop running. You lose it when you turn the ball over twice in the last 4 minutes. And you lose it by not calling run plays when you're gashing them with every run concept you have, except a misread on the first possession. So let me know what you think of some of my thoughts, what you think of another missed opportunity, hence the title Groundhog Day. It's the 3rd time we've seen this song this season or listened to this song this season, and it's not getting any more fun for me. Let me know what you think of my thoughts in this video in the comment section.